YouTube. Oh wait, you're right there. YouTube. It's your boy Who is London, man. Got another wrestling news from WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Number one source on my book for wrestling news. You know what I'm saying? So we got Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, the OTC, has a warning going on. Logan Paul threatening to quit WWE. An injured WWE star is returning, and much more news. And got a whole bunch of stuff going on. The scene right now, Elimination Chamber is next month, I think. It should be next month. So let's see what's going on. Click.
It is WrestleMania here, back on some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the Tribal Chief wants another WWE Championship. He boldly tells that everybody else is effed. Logan Paul threatened to quit WWE if this happened at the Royal Rumble. When did Jey Uso learn that he was winning the Rumble? Trish Stratus returning for another run? An injured WWE star return imminent. Jim Ross tells fans to stop embarrassing themselves, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.
I wonder what Jim Ross trying to say about fans embarrassing themselves. Me as a wrestling fan, bro. Regardless, I watch. But when I stopped watching wrestling, I think around 2015. I started going playing I watched more basketball. Because I was into basketball at the time, and I stopped watching wrestling. Shoot, I was a big basketball fan, but I wasn't a fan to embarrass myself. Because if I felt embarrassed, I'm embarrassed, and I do not feel right. It feel like I got anxiety and all that. But yeah, I'm really a chill dude. But it's once you get to know me, it's I'll be opened. And I'll be feeling comfortable, right? And I'll be me. But I am me, regardless. But let me let him finish this intro real quick.
Daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Roman Reigns opens up about the future. At top of today's news are several statements from Roman Reigns that are sure to raise eyebrows. The first being that the Tribal Chief wants another WWE Championship. Or will Roman Reigns wear a World Heavyweight Championship again? Well, that seemed to be Roman's goal after he squashed Solo Sikoa's claim to being Tribal Chief, with Reigns stating that he was looking to regain his title. However, the fallout from the Royal Rumble seems to have created a new program where Reigns will battle Seth Rollins, who kayfabe injured him after the Rumble match, and CM Punk at WrestleMania 41. During an appearance on the No Contest podcast, Reigns was asked if he was going to get bored and look into another title run, and Roman answered, "You know what Wasted's supposed to go on, so yeah." Roman's incredible run as WWE Undisputed Champion, a championship reign that endured from August 2020's Payback to last year's WrestleMania 40, making him have the fourth longest title reign in WWE, cemented his status as a megastar. Consequently, Roman no longer needs a world championship, as he can give the rub to any wrestler he works with. However, that doesn't mean a future world title run is out of the picture. Instead, Roman can work in other singles programs in order to give other wrestler champions time to grow, whether it's Gunther or Cody Rhodes. Roman says that everybody else is effed. And just to drive his point home, Roman told No Contest co-host O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson what he tells Tribal Council Paul Heyman when the wise man asked him how he's doing. "How are you doing? I woke up. Everybody else is effed because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today is mine. That's just what it is." Roman Reigns reveals he had to make a hard choice. Roman Reigns is at the top of WWE and has been for the last 4 years, but the climb to the top wasn't without cost. In that same interview, the Tribal Chief shared one of the biggest things he misses in WWE. "I mostly miss being in the locker room. I miss the camaraderie, the bond with the boys. But I had to grow up, you know? It was time to choose either be a superstar or be one of the boys. And I picked business." Roman's choice paid off, but he still misses the old days. "But yeah, I miss being in there, being able to guide some of those guys, not just my family, but the whole locker room, and to be one of the leaders. I'm not mad where I'm at now. I like my system, I like my process, but if I could just be in that locker room a little bit more, I probably would." Reigns' rise to the top came at a price, something he still lives with. Next up, Logan Paul threatened to quit WWE if this happened at the Rumble. Now, some interesting comments from Logan Paul, as the always controversial YouTuber and WWE star recently discussed how he would quit WWE if something happened at this year's Rumble. The Maverick informed listeners on his Impulsive podcast that if Dwayne Johnson tries to take my 30 spot, straight up, I'm going straight to the boss. I'm calling Nick Khan and I'm saying like, dude, I quit. Our wrestling fans know that Logan Paul is the king of self-promotion, which as we've said before, makes him so effective in WWE. Whether you believe Paul would have quit or you think he's getting free publicity, expect to hear more comments from the former US champion, especially as WrestleMania nears. Next up, when did Jey Uso learn that he was winning the Rumble? Jey Uso's shocking Royal Rumble win has been the talk of the wrestling world, but when did he learn that he was winning the big match? Main Event Jey recently chatted with Daniel Cormier, revealing, I was humbled. I knew as soon as they told me like halfway during the day Saturday, man, hey, we need the last four to come in here. I'm last four, I see who's with me. Yeah, they let me know. Jey told Cormier that he likes how WWE swerved its fans. The man who made Yeet a household word pointed to his Rumble win and his previous IC Championship win over Bron Breakker, a wrestler who seemed to be in for a dominant reign, only for Jey to beat him early in his first run as IC champ. But do you think WWE will pull an even bigger swerve and put a world title on Jey? Next up, the Royal Rumble breaks.
He better win. He gotta win a championship at WrestleMania, bro, because for his IC title, he didn't even get to hold it that long. He didn't get to hold it that long due to interference because of the Bloodline 2.0. He could have been IC champion for a good time, like a good amount of time. But things happen when it comes to wrestling. But he deserves another title run, and he was aiming to get a bigger title run. So he deserved it.
Records. That was good news as the Observer's reporting on how successful this year's Rumble was. This was the most watched Royal Rumble around the world in history, and actually the most watched WWE pay-per-view event in history. The event brought in big bucks at the box office too, partly due to the WWE being such a hot ticket, but also due to WWE seemingly ever-rising ticket prices. They explained on The Observer why the Rumble brought in so many views. The Rumble because there were a lot more viewers on Netflix than there were via when it was on pay-per-view in the old days, or television after the pay-per-view, or local streaming services that bought the network or whatsoever. So more people watched this Royal Rumble than watched any night of WrestleMania ever, let alone every Royal Rumble ever. So that record will be broken at WrestleMania, but it was in fact the all-time record. Now, this is great news for TKO Holdings and its shareholders, as there seems to be no end in sight for WWE's success. Next up, Bayley still pushing for Evolution 2. Now, Bayley has been a strong advocate for WWE's women's division, including a role in creating Damage Control to get over Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and a willingness to put over WWE talent. And now Bayley is making the case for WWE to air another all-women's PLE. The role model chatted with Screen Rant, saying that's even more opportunities for women's wrestling to be showcased, you know? There's so much more to do. There are so many goals for us now that we have 2 more titles we can go after. I've been dying for an Evolution 2, and I think now is the perfect time. Bayley pointed out the abundance of talent in WWE, NXT, and TNA, and that WWE could conceivably run a 2-night Evolution event. We're definitely all for Evolution 2.
My bad, chat.
But a 2-night event seems a bit too much. Next up,
yeah, for an Evolution match, don't do it 2-night. I think I watched a glimpse of it one time. Low-key, bring back Evolution. Like, bring back a female-only pay-per-view, because of all our pay-per-views, we only get 1 or 2 women matches in a PLE. We need to bring back just a single women pay-per-view. We need to bring that back, because here's the thing. The women of WWE, they're the most hardworking females in their world when it comes to professional wrestling. The women's that the people, regardless of whoever's wrestling in WWE, AEW, independents, these women are literally phenomenal, and they just need these platforms. So regardless, bring back Evolution 2. I'm with Bayley. Shoot, I'll start a petition just to freaking bring it back. If I should start a petition to bring back, I'm actually with that. Should I do a petition for WWE to bring back Evolution for the women? It's an all women's PLE. It's a women's wrestling for WWE pay-per-view. If I should do a petition to bring that back in 2025 or 2026, like the like button. Get this video to like a decent 50 likes, and I'll do that.
Trish Stratus returning to WWE for another run. Trish Stratus' return at this year's Rumble was a pleasant surprise, and it may be the start of another campaign by the WWE Hall of Famer. Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp discussed Stratus' WWE status during an appearance on The Hump. I heard that Trish would be involved in some capacity for a while moving forward, and that she often pitches things. Now Trish has the 25-year merch and has the Toronto show coming up at the end of the month, so I wouldn't be shocked if she wasn't. The WWE laid the groundwork for Trish vs Tiffany Stratton program at last year's Money in the Bank PLE, and made sure to please fans of Stratus and Stratton. Next up, an injured WWE star return imminent. Now is Dakota Kai cleared to return? Kai, who had suffered an unfortunate rash of injuries, was recently taken off the road after she suffered a concussion on the 20th January Raw. According to PW Insider's Mike Johnson, the Damage Control member is on the cusp of returning, and the current belief is that she'll be back before the end of February. A Cultaholic noted some of Kai's past injuries, saying Kai suffered from injury issues in the recent years, including spending 10 months on the shelf from May 2023 until March 2024 with a torn ACL. Kai was then injured again from July until November 2024 with a torn meniscus. WWE was pushing Dakota hard after a return from injury, booking her into the finals of the Women's IC Championship. Although a run in the Damage Control often saw her in a tag team program, it looked like WWE was ready to test the waters for a singles run. Next up, Jim Ross tells fans to stop embarrassing themselves. Legendary wrestling announcer Jim Ross is speaking about the recent announcement that Triple H is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ross, a Hall of Famer himself, didn't hold back on what he thinks of the game's induction as a single star, as Hunter is already in the Hall of Fame for his work in DX. Congratulations to Triple H for being inducted, or gonna be inducted soon. Anybody says that he's not deserving, the only reason he's in is because of who he married, is such bullshit. It's weak. If you're saying that, stop. Stop embarrassing yourself. Jay also mentioned the son of a bitch was a top heel in one of the hottest eras in WWE history, and now he's the quarterback, the head coach of the same team that's setting records. Give me a break. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself by showing your ignorance. Don't do it. And Triple H will forever have to deal with naysayers' belief that he never would have gotten as far as he did without marrying Vince McMahon's daughter, Stephanie. Next up, CM Punk reveals a big secret. Now, our WWE press conference is scripted, although according to CM Punk, who appeared on the Good Guy Bad Guy podcast, admitting, I think in the press conferences you're just sitting there in real time fielding and asking and answering questions. So yeah, it's a shoot because there's nobody telling you what to say, there's no writer, you don't get a script, somebody asks and you answer. And finally, John Cena's series cancelled. Last but not least, it's the end of the road for John Cena as Warner Bros. Discovery is cancelling his series Wipeout. Entertainment site Deadline recently covered an article on why Wipeout is being, well, wiped out. Solanas, the president of TNT, admitted that these shows are expensive. Those are very much in the realm of what we...
They were still doing this show? I didn't even know they were still doing Wipeout. I remember that when I was like a kid. Dang, they were still doing that? Well,
do. Wipeout is inherently comedic and a joy to watch, but I think what we're looking at is being realistic in terms of the entire environment. We have to recalibrate. A Wrestling News noted that the popular game show was revived in 2021, but fortunately for Cena, he has so many irons in the fire that this may be a relief. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know.
Wrestling, excuse me. That's a piece of Wipeout, man. That was a good TV show when I was a kid. But anywho, man, it's another video, news reaction, man. Shout out to Wrestling Man. Make sure you go check out his channel. Link in the description. You feel me? But it's your boy Who Is Sal. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that post notifications when I post my videos. I always post every single week whenever I get these news videos to drop. And anywho, I'll catch y'all later. Stay safe. Peace.